This random thought came to me. I was thinking of how God created us humans, and how unique and different each of us are, when I thought of the proof right then and there that God truly made us. Our individuality proves God created us. How so? Well, to start out, there are roughly around 7.5 billion people on Earth right now, and it's estimated that 353,000 babies are born every day worldwide, and somewhere around 133 million worldwide every year. Now, if we were truly animals, how is it possible that all 7.5 billion of us have different faces? We all have eyes, a nose, a mouth, hair, skin, with varying color in many of those, but 7.5 billion different faces and counting? Let's get crazier. I wanted to know how many people have been born since recorded time up until now, and according to what I've understood, there are varying estimates, but I'll keep it in the most popular range, and let's say about 100 billion people have been born since the dawn of time. That's 100 billion people, all with different faces. Yes, I know there are some people out there that look similar, but for the most part, everyone's face is different and unique in its own way. We'll look at some numbers in a bit to back this up, but first, let's make up a pretend scenario and say you were given a task. In your task, you had a blank human doll. Using limited colors, create over 100 billion different kinds of dolls. Would this be possible? Obviously not. Would it be possible to a god with an unlimited power? Absolutely. I know some of you out there are thinking, well, if we mix every type of skin color, eye color, hair color, etc., that there would be tons of combinations. That is true. However, we have to take into account reality. Even with coming up with the numbers for that, it still wouldn't account for over 100 billion different faces on the same human vessel we are all living in. You can't simply start combining everything. Why? We'll take this into account. It said there are four major race classifications, and those can be subdivided into 30 subgroups. Now, eye color? Well, over 55% of the world has brown eyes, which is the most common, which would limit that option of combining any eye color to anyone. It's estimated about 8% of the world's population has blue eyes, which again severely limits the option of combining any color to anyone. Are you getting the picture? Let's keep going. It's estimated around 2% of the world has green eyes. It's also estimated around 5 to 8% of the world has hazel eyes. Yes, some might argue that there is an quote infinite unquote amount of colors to those eyes, but it's not true. Lots of shades? Of course. Infinite? No. Be realistic. Now on to hair. It's estimated around 60% of the world has black hair, which is the most common. Blonde hair makes up about 2% of the world's hair due to the fact that some blondes turn brunette with age. Red hair makes up about 1 to 2%. Are you seeing my point now? How about skin color? Let's look at this chart as an example. We all know, just like this chart shows, certain people have certain colors. We are all different, but many of us have the same colors and in large amounts. Certain areas produce certain colors and large percentages of certain skin colors exist. It's not just a random mix of everything. Are you understanding now? You can't simply take into account the number of different races, hair colors, skin colors, eye colors, and combine them. You have to take reality into account. Certain people have certain attributes, and so with these severe limitations on the math, it severely declines the amount you can come up with, which would already be too small either way, to make up for over 100 billion different faces, and new faces being born every day, despite all of us having the same attachments. Only a divine, intelligent being would be able to create a species that could differ this vastly, and continue to differ even now as we speak, as more of us are being born at this moment. Let's compare this to animals. The most vast and wide variety of animals are arthropods, which include insects, spiders, etc. Beetles, for example, have one of the most wide variety of different species of beetles, which estimated is around 350,000 different types of beetles. That's such a tiny number compared to us. No other animal in nature is able to produce 100 billion of its kind, and each with a unique and different face. And we are only talking about appearance. What about our minds? 100 billion different people with different faces, all with different mindsets, thoughts, desires, etc. Skeptics might argue against this, but those with common sense will understand. Even if you take away all the colors, actually, all the colors don't even matter. Just the simple fact that all our faces are different, despite having the same things on it. Eyes, nose, mouth, over 100 billion different. Come on. This is one of my own personal proofs of God's existence and His design of humans. Whether you agree or disagree, I could care less, but I hope you enjoyed hearing me out. I know some skeptics who believe in the debunked myth of evolution, or the most ridiculous theory in existence, the Big Bang Theory, will continue to deny this and cling to their beliefs because no one likes to be wrong. But hopefully some will question. Take care, guys. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you guys think. Bye.